See you, TMG.
Let's talk people's first love. Let's talk football.
Let's go.
So it's been very interesting. Very, very interesting. What has been your best transfer so far?
Sancho probably.
Sancho. The thing is, Sancho's not even gone through yet.
But I think it's imminent, mate.
Past the medical, you should go for it.
Yes, you go.
I mean, yeah, I've all the club. Oh, no. My best transfer so far is Donnarumma, man. PSG. I'll take that any day.
Apparently not going to start.
What, my man, Italian?
Yeah, he's going to end up starting when he has the best.
Are you sure?
I've been a Donnarumma guy since I first laid eyes on him for AC Milan. AC Milan was obviously my talent team. Donnarumma, wow.
My best.
Well, keepers. Basically, Italy, they've had 20 years of Buffon. They're going to have another 20 years of another
Donnarumma,
generation.
yes.
And he's going to end up being an all-time great goalkeeper, just like
I
Buffon.
hope he is. Well, he already got good in his legacy.
I mean,
Euros.
It's only injury preventing. That's the only thing I can see stopping him. Or maybe, God forbid, a nervous breakdown or something like that. Or mental collapse, but I don't see that happening.
My favourite transfer, Alaba. Free transfer to
Well,
Burnley.
I'm not know.
Free transfer. I think it's going to be a good addition.
What's going to happen to Mendy then?
Apparently, this is what I saw online. That Alaba's telling Real Madrid that he's not coming to play defender. He's a midfielder now.
He can play midfield to a high level, but I feel Alaba is at his best when he plays left back.
He can play centre back.
He can play centre back, but I feel his abilities are a bit lost at centre back, as in what he can bring to the club going forward. He's got superb technique, crossball really well, up and down. I feel.
But he's a modern day centre back though.
Yeah, he
ball
can.
Playing.
He can ball playing, but I feel he can offer you. Like obviously centre back, you can't influence the attack as much. I feel left back is his best. And when he gets a bit older, maybe shift to centre back or CDM. But yeah.
So, I think he will end up playing centre back, especially if they lose Varane, which I don't think is gonna happen. I don't think Varane is leaving.
The rumours are saying he's gonna go United.
The rumours said that he's on holiday. He's gonna wait till he comes back. You know when people do that.
Maybe he's gonna do what Ramos did to leverage new contracts.
Yeah, but that's what players normally do. They say they have a deal on the table. They told their club, and then they end up improved deals. Like when you go to work, if they give you an offer, and you get an offer from another company, you're not gonna just tell them that, oh, you know, this offer's kind of low. Still, you're gonna tell them this offer's kind of low. This other company's offering me this, and if the company budge, yeah, they'll give you something. They'll give you something sweet.
Give me a little sign. I mean, Varane, I'm not as high as him as I used to be back in the day.
He's not a leader. That's it.
He's fragile.
He's not that fragile. He's just not a leader centre back.
He's not as fragile as John Stones used to be, but he just gives me fragile vibes. Like he can get manhandled sometimes.
Well, I haven't seen him manhandle. I've seen him make mistakes.
Always your mistakes. I remember that time. I'll never forget 2014 World Cup. So he bounced back to 2018 World Cup. I'll let him off, but when Hummels just that header against Germany 1-0, Hummels just kept him like this with one arm and just headed it in.
But he played well in 2018.
Yeah, he played a defensive game. He bounced back and he played really well. And I'll give him credit for that.
I just remember his Man City against Man City, Real Madrid, Man City when I was like, whoa, this guy's a Bozo.
Bozo, not a leader.
He's not a leader centre, but that's it.
But the thing is, I didn't know he had that Bozo gene until I looked at his game.
I said, it's a certain type of centre back that has the Bozo gene.
What's that type of centre back, sir?
You know who he is.
I don't know. Can you educate us?
I can tell you some names of them.
Tell some
Mings.
Mings, yeah. Who else?
Yeah. Boateng.
Jerome.
You know the trends of who they are?
Who else?
Gabriel has it.
Which guy? Arsenal.
Rudiger has it.
Oh wow.
But Bailly has it.
Free my guys, man. Free my guys.
Well, just don't be bozos. Don't be rash. I don't understand why defenders, they start to play outside of their body. Like, just do simple things.
I always say the first the last episode that against European League final when Bayern tried to do that over. I'll never forget that.
When your defender is doing things that strikers don't do, you're in big trouble, bro. That's the issue that some teams are having. Don't do that.
Would you say Maguire has a Bozo gene?
Maguire's just slow.
Yeah, he's just slow. He just gets banned.
He just gets
He
banned.
does that thing where he thinks he's a striker all the time, where he just pushes up, and it works sometimes, isn't it? But then sometimes it's like
Man United actually need that because their centre mids, aside from Pogba, they can't sustain attacks. Like Fred and McTominay are not good.
McTominay, wow.
Maguire actually can make a decisive forward pass.
yeah.
And he can bring the ball up with speed.
But when he gets caught, there's nothing he can do. That's it.
I mean, what's it called? Maguire, he doesn't really have the budget. He's only but he has made some bad mistakes. Like the one when I think he tried to head the ball when Shaw's there. it was so calamity. But to be fair, Maguire, he cleaned up nice.
Yeah, he had a good Euros.
You made the Euro team at the end.
Yeah, he had a good Euros.
Well, the Euros team.
He made the Euros team.
So Maguire.
The funny thing is, there's certain types of centre backs that, you know, they don't do anything, but they're just slow in it. Like Holding, I don't think Holding's an awful centre back.
But he's not great.
He's just not good. Like he can just tell that his ability's holding him back. That's like when I see Arsenal play with him, I just know that he's holding us to a certain level. Like there's nothing you can really do if that's one of your centre backs. Like you won't be bad, but you're never gonna be great.
Yeah. Speaking of Arsenal, they signed Nuno Tavares,
Lokonga.
What are your feelings on that?
They fit the profile of modern football.
You like the signings?
They're good signings. Yeah. They're not gonna push the edge, but they fit the profile of where football's going.
What is that profile?
Athletic players that can move.
They're both young, aren't they?
They're both young, yeah.
Maybe Arsenal fans.
And then Tierney always gets injured, so we need a left back, back on left back.
Sometimes play for the back as well.
And then centre mid thing, we tried Xhaka, we tried Ceballos, we tried all these guys, we tried Elneny, doesn't work.
I think Jack was drama bound as well.
Yeah. The thing is, he's been wrong with him for how long? Arsenal can't close off these cells.
I'm trying to get with Willian, but he probably wanted to double the wages of the highest earner Gonzalo Higuain. Now Willian's a fatty.
Hey, it's all on Arteta, man. Arteta made the decision. He went and bought old players. It didn't work. Now he realised, he needs young players, and then he's still stuck with these old guys. If I see William start 1 minute this season or play, he's on Arteta's head, and guys should be mad. He only got the tether that he had last season because there was no fans.
Clever, I like that one.
You know what? There's still a lot of dead weight around because there was like one pre-season game, and I'm just seeing bare names. So names I'm seeing right now is Nelson, Maitland-Niles, Nketiah, Cedric, Mari, Kolasinac is still here. That's not just still here. I didn't even think he was still here.
Came back.
Oh my god!
I think they want to keep Mari.
So we've got a lot of dead weight, mate.
No, of that team, yeah. So you mentioned like 6 guys.
Yeah,
They shouldn't be on Arsenal's books.
they should.
Nelson shouldn't be an Arsenal player. We tried it. You know when you try it with a guy, maybe it's just not gonna work for you at Arsenal. You should go. Why are we keeping him? You're even holding him back. Maitland-Niles.
Maybe they're scared he'll do a good job.
Well, keep them. But he's never gonna play. He doesn't even play him. The Maitland-Niles thing. Maitland-Niles is a good player. Obviously, Arteta and Maitland-Niles have issues. I don't know where it stems from. I don't know. But Maitland-Niles,
I've always liked Maitland-Niles, but
I always liked him.
I feel that he wants to play midfield
And he would have played midfield better than some of the guys options that he had.
Do you know when his stocks went down? Is when he done that interview. He was like, "I'm not a defender."
Yeah. When he did that, when he was having issues from. Apparently, he was having mentally, he was having issues. So
I feel as a wing back or right back, he could go a long way. As a centre mid, he could still be good. I don't know if he could be an Arsenal type of way Arsenal want to go. But as a fullback, 110%.
But why wouldn't make it? But Arsenal have been poor this season.
I think he's better as a fullback if he wants to play there. William's crap.
Yeah, he is. But Arteta didn't instill Maitland-Niles with confidence to play there. He didn't even instill anyone with confidence, to be honest.
I think Arteta has his guys. Like
he does.
He's that sort of manager. Just has his guys. Like even if you're good, he only favours what he favours. He's quite stubborn. He comes across quite like, I think I know what I'm doing.
That's it.
That's the issue that he has. Bad traits of Pep.
That's the issue, because I feel like in his head, he's decided, okay, this is the way I can play, this is the team I have. But then, when it doesn't work, he doesn't make the necessary changes. And that's one of the reasons. Do you know that stretch where Arsenal were awful? When we won 1 in 10?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, can you not see this is not working?
100%.
You couldn't see that it was not working. He didn't play the style.
Adjustments, you can't make them.
When a manager doesn't make adjustments, it's dangerous, man. It's scary.
He was playing William game after game after game. He wasn't giving Pepe minutes. On top of that, he literally just stumbled into the right formula. Decided, let me play Smith Rowe, take a gamble, bang, it worked. Saka, bang, it worked. So
the Smith Rowe thing really changed Arsenal's season. It's when he came in.
Lost a career in terms of Arteta.
Yeah, he did, because Smith Rowe is the one that started to link up the attacking play, something we hadn't had, and it's very funny for Arsenal, because the identity of Arsenal, what I know of Arsenal, we've always had cams. We've always had players that can link the play, like from Brzezinski, Kleb, Arshavin, Fabregas, Bergkamp. If we go back, the Linus Perez, and then for Arsenal not to have a player of that ilk, it's very weird for me, you know. You know, some teams they just have that heritage.
Even
Like,
Emirates days, even when we were declining, we still always had midfielders. So Wilshere, Cazorla, Nasri,
yeah, Ramsey, fam, we had those
Yeah,
midfielders.
we always even Arshavin, like we had ballers, but they were all small though. But they all fitted that profile. Like they could all ball. You know what I mean? Like put the ball at their feet. It's not flying. It's not bobbling. It's coming down and they're dribbling. Do you know what I mean? But now it's like we're really struggling.
We're struggling, man.
For that profile, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, it looks like Arsenal trying to re-sign Odegaard if he's available.
But what I want to know is that what's happening with Willock? What's happening with Willock? Is he going? Is he staying? Is he part of the plans?
I feel Arsenal just should either sell him but keep an option there because he's doing all right at Newcastle.
But he's never going to play like that for Arsenal, though.
Yeah, but you never know. You can sell them and then you give them experience to find themselves so they can come back a better player.
Oh well, I just don't think he fits at Arsenal.
Locatelli, they're asking for 34 million.
Locatelli said he doesn't. He said Arsenal paid the price. He said he's never coming.
He said that.
He never. He doesn't want to play for
He said he
Arsenal.
preferred Juventus. I didn't see him say.
He said he doesn't want to play for Arsenal.
To be honest, yeah, at the moment, I'm not too. Locatelli's a baller, but I'm just focused on getting more athletic players. Do you know what I mean? Like I want players that are just athletically inclined because I think that's where Arsenal seriously.
Well, that's how I
That's
look
what
at the
we're
likes of
falling
flipping Tammy Abraham.
That's not the kind of guy we need.
If Arsenal sign that guy,
Getting a striker.
Oh.
Getting a striker is not.
if the Arsenal
It's not my
sign Tammy
main
Abraham, I'll burn it. I'll buy an Arsenal and burn it.
It doesn't make sense to buy him anyway.
They
Because you got
signed that guy.
Balogun coming through.
They signed that guy.
They've given him a first team shirt now.
Yeah, so Balogun should start. He should play some games. Man is 20 years old. He hasn't played how many first
What would
team
help
games?
if you sign that guy?
Then if you get Abraham, then that's on him. That's what he wants to do.
Take all Chelsea's rejects. Have you learned your flipping lesson?
Nah, that Abraham thing, that's definitely
That's Cappy.
That's clickbait, mate. Come on now.
It has to be Cappy.
That's ridiculous. We've got a serious issue with Arsenal as well, you know. The Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Both of them are done.
That's a serious issue, you know, to offload both of them because they're kind of clogging up that space.
Hey, offload Lacazette first, and I'm gonna give Aubameyang one more season. I can't. I just can't believe he was that bad. I don't want to believe he was that bad. And I saw him missing chances for Rangers against Rangers. I was like, what is this guy on? I don't think the thing with Aubameyang, he's always likely to decline faster because I don't think he takes football seriously. And if you don't take the sport seriously, it comes back to bite.
You know, is that his game is heavily reliant on speed.
Yeah.
But he's not as a poacher though. He in the box. It's not speed. It's speed of thought. I think you don't lose that though.
I mean,
and also didn't create a lot to help
he's
him.
got good
That
technique. His touch is alright. He can finish, but a lot of his game was relied on speed. So when those type of guys that relied on physical attributes, they decline fast. That's why I spoke about Giannis. His game may not injure because he's heavily reliant on his physical attributes.
well, like I said, they don't have no physical attributes, and I still want it now.
That really surprised me because he never used to be that slow. When I used to see him play for Leon, I don't know. You put too much weight at Arsenal. I don't know, but it was really
Maybe
shocking.
he got a hench.
He got a head.
I put muscle on, and he got slow.
Also clogged him down, bobbed him down. But speaking of Tammy Abraham as well, apparently he's been involved in a Player Plus cash deal for Erling Haaland, which was turned down, said to include Tammy Abraham.
Hudson-Odoi as well.
I don't think. No, I heard Hudson-Odoi wasn't involved in it. But apparently Dortmund are holding out for 150 million, and they're also prepared to mess up next season because next season apparently there's a 65 million clause that comes in, release clause for Haaland. So they're prepared to hold up for 150 million this year or keep it for another season and potentially let go for 65.
The 65 million one, okay. So next year, what teams can really realistically sign?
Well, a lot of teams can buy him for 60 million.
No, a lot of teams can.
Okay.
Who? But we did them. Barcelona cannot buy him. They don't have.
They'll shift players. They have to.
Well, to shift players to get Messi. Messi is not even a Barcelona player right now.
I mean, maybe Barcelona and die straight to Roma.
Even Madrid is the same situation.
Man City will do something. United try something. Chelsea, even Liverpool.
I don't think United will be in it because I think United are comfy with the guys they have.
I think Haaland comes on available for 65 million.
I would prefer Greenwood up top.
Juventus do something. We prefer Greenwood over Haaland.
I don't think obviously Haaland better than Greenwood, but Greenwood up top. Don't stifle this guy. Greenwood got talent.
You got time. You can play off the right if Haaland's there.
And then, what Rashford and Sancho? What's the point of having those guys?
Rashford could be on the bench, so they play 4-4-2. You know, so.
Rashford bench man.
Or have a rotation. Rashford, Sancho, Haaland, Greenwood, whoever's on form, play.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That makes sense.
Good time.
Man City.
Or maybe even convert Sancho. Actually, there's Bruno's there still. Wow, I was gonna say convert Sancho into a guy, but Bruno's there.
Do you think Haaland's gonna accept being on the bench? He's a super.
He's never gonna.
No, I say do rotation. Haaland will most likely start because he'll be on form the most.
Referee's trying to get autographs after the game.
But for the other three, maybe for the other three, whoever's on form.
I might go Bayern.
Yeah, probably. Lewandowski is aging a bit, so you know he's still playing really well, but he's like 32, 33.
If he goes to Man City, then yeah, Premier League and just count it out for a while. Count it out for a while. And Man City are even trying to offload Sterling, anyway. So.
Apparently, yeah. Well, I don't think they're gonna do it just so yet with this Euros. He said.
Well, I know Pep
Pep
doesn't like him anyway, so
25 mil. I've heard rumours of that. I don't know if they're so true.
how do they beef?
I wonder what happened. I thought it was Pep's baby album.
Yeah.
It was Pep's baby, but apparently, but then I started to notice that Sterling just got subbed off 60 minutes, subbed. I'm like, oh wow.
He's not playing well.
And then, you know what's deep? You know when your team's got the league wrapped up,
Yeah.
and then the main dons are just like they just bench off. Sterling was starting every game, captain. You know, man was not respecting him,
Yeah,
and,
'cause,
he just played the Champions League final.
I don't know why he started the Champions League final.
It was awful,
What you?
and he's awful. He's normally awful.
Who was on the
in big
bench that game?
games. Gabby J.
I think Gab was.
A girl as well. Oh, your boy Gabby J, man, talk on him.
He'll bounce back. He's made a set of stuff.
Kicking dons in the head.
He's got a little wild streak to him. I mean, Brazil missed his impetus and his fight in the final against Argentina. He's flipping. What's his name? He was poor. Everton was poor.
Everton was poor. Richarlison was poor.
Richarlison was meaty. Yeah, Brazil. Since that game,
You need to stop your allegiance to Brazil.
that was a poor game, and they needed someone like Gabby that could go through the battle through the favelas. That's what they needed. They needed a battler in that game.
Hey, you need to stop your allegiance to Brazil.
I'm loyal, bro. I'm loyal. I'm the same allegiance to Arsenal. Small Brazil from the jump. So
You're
I'm
loyal
good.
to Arsenal.
Yeah.
We wouldn't swap.
Sorry?
We wouldn't swap teams.
It's how I don't support a team.
Yeah, that's selling me as well. I can't
Fam,
change
not
that.
supporting a team, but
But alright, Brazil, we're gonna be back. Don't worry.
don't worry, man. I'm confident. Maybe in 20 years' time, Arsenal will have one Premier League.
I mean, hopefully, 20 years time we have a Champions League. Who knows?
I think I told Willian in 3 years Champions League. So.
Yeah.
He's got 2 years left.
We'll let that fatty.
I'm on to Arteta this season.
really
I'm on to bare people this season.
It was onto people.
And well, I was one of the first ones to say Arteta out. Guys didn't want to listen to me. You tried to convince me about his defensive record. You can have a good defensive record if you don't play football, which also we're not doing. You're not trying to score.
We'll see with Arteta. We'll see with Arsenal. Well, like I said, Arsenal. This is just. I would say just crash it down and build it back up because Arsenal, they're fundamentally terribly built. Their foundations are poor.
Agreed.
They make too many mistakes. Hopefully, Lukonga and Tavares going to be good times, but Arsenal make too many mistakes.
So realistically,
Therefore, especially with the way they handle their business, where they don't like to splurge cash all the time, or enough time. So if you can't afford to making those mistakes,
what's your expectations for Arsenal this season?
try and get back into Europe, progress the players. We'll see.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I literally don't know. It could literally go either way. I don't know. And I have no expectation for Arteta either. I'm Arteta out. Like, I can't remember what game it was that I said, nah, this is it. I wish I could remember.
It was before Christmas.
It was last season. I think it might have been Europa League loss, you know.
Oh, that's Seville against Villarreal. I was disappointed. I just thought Arsenal were awful that second leg. The first leg as well. awful.
It's like we just don't know. The way we play is just so. It's just weird, man. It's just always negative. It's just always like I don't understand.
It's the negativity, and it's funny because you thought Arteta was going to be a progressive kind of manager on the front foot, but he's actually quite pessimistic in the way he plays.
Oh, he just does
I'm not even bothered about that. I just want Arsenal to win, and if that's the way he feels he can win, and
But it
brings
doesn't
the
play.
results,
It doesn't.
if it brings the
You know what?
results,
Do you know what's
then
funny?
fair enough. But it's obviously right now it's not bringing the results.
Do you know
But
what's-
still, I'm not really bothered about playing nice football. I just want to win. But if that is the way that brings results, then cool. Right now it doesn't look to be the case, but we'll see.
You know what? Yeah, when you play bad football and you don't win, you look more likely to lose the
Of course,
fans.
You lose
If you
fans
play
and
good
players.
football and you don't win, they say that's a vision.
Of
It's
course,
a vision.
it's true. That
And
is true.
he's like, when the fans are back in the stadium now, you think Arsenal can do what they were doing last season?
That's why it's been Mourinho's Achilles heel. Because obviously, Mourinho's a winner. But when his teams don't win, because he's paying negative football, and the players they lose faith in him, and the fans lose faith in him. Things I'll tell you, when he first came, he looked to be playing good football, and then especially in the counter attack, he looked very dynamic and very like smart in the adjustments he was making. Obviously, that's not panned out. But for me, if I want to replace Arteta, we need to get a top manager, either a top young manager or top experienced manager. If we're not, there's no point trying to get these Mickey Mouse guys.
Give me Conte.
Conte.
Yeah, I don't mind Conte.
But he's gonna go Conte. Wait, he's still staying at PSG. Pochettino, he's still there, isn't he?
Yeah, still. Pochettino is never going to Arsenal. Just...
No, Arsenal, but there's big rumours he's gonna leave.
No, he said that they can't pay the release clause, so it is what it is.
You got PSG. They're making big signings. What are they going to be doing next season in the Champions League?
They're going to do the same thing they did this season.
Genie, Hakimi, Ramos, done a rumour. There was even a rumour today about Pogba.
Yeah, I saw that he might be going PSG.
I was like, wow.
If they do that, that's a bit like of a regressive move for United, because it's almost like they're nearly complete. If they get Sancho through, I'll say they need one more player. If Pogba's there, yeah. But if Pogba leaves, then that creates a bigger hole.
Well, maybe it's one of those things where it's like, okay, Bruno, we're handing you over the keys.
Huh?
You're officially
Bruno, the keys.
You're officially the best player. Because as I said, if Bruno is the best player for Man United, I'm happy. Let him be the main man. I know they will never win anything.
No, but I think with Pogba, he's got 1 year left in his contract after this summer, so that's why United are feeling pressure to try to follow them this.
But what Man United need to do? Just invest. Get a CDM that can pass, play the ball, play the 3-man midfield with Pogba. Let Pogba be the...
So where's Bruno going to play in?
Bruno will have to be in the 3-man midfield. That's why you need a CDM that like meshes it together. You need an actual like a CDM, like an authoritative CDM, and then you got the pieces into a successful team. That's what it is. Pogba doesn't mind playing deep. He likes it. He likes that. He likes that the power that comes with being able to spread the ball around, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's weird that United didn't try for Partey.
Yeah, it's true.
That would have been the perfect signing. That would have been the perfect signing. Even the Partey looked funny in the last season. It looked funny in the light.
It's weird because when players come to Arsenal, it's like they inherit the Bozo Gene.
Yeah, fam.
At the moment they enter, it just goes into that.
When I looked at Partey, I was late last season. I was like, this guy might go crap
in a few games. Hopefully, he can dust himself down. But yeah, Pogba, Partey. I mean, yeah. Pogba, Partey, and what's his name, Bruno. That was solid midfield. I mean, I'm surprised United didn't go in for him too tough. But they trust in Fred and McTominay.
It's not gonna work, man. You can
Freddie.
trust in them. They're good bench men.
Yeah, they're good squad members. Freddie, I don't know how Freddie was starting for Brazil. It was better than myself.
Well, that's your guy, innit?
I think the Tite is actually a good manager, but
I think he rotated like, oh, you man, we won it with these men last year, so anyone else that didn't win it, you can just ball this year.
Maybe because Fabinho was on the bench for some reason.
That would be a perfect Man United signing as well.
Yeah, that would be the sign.
Or Casemiro, maybe just try to get Casemiro.
Is Casemiro gonna leave? What do?
You might get bored of him, who knows? But
they just need a CDM that meshes it together. To be honest,
to keep it meshes. But yeah, because apparently, according to one French transfer website, sometimes they can be a bit booky. They're saying exchanges between Pogba and the Paris club are progressing in the right direction to the point where an agreement is near to being breached, with the French international now prioritising joining PSG. In terms of salary, Pogba is set to become the third highest player after PSG's Neymar and Mbappe. Well, PSG would have to offload players before they can make it two happen.
Who they offload? The Raiders. Them.
I think either Paredes or Ghana Gay.
All this chopping and changing, it's just... Hey man, I actually hate it because guys can't sell anyone these days. Like, there's just so many players that are just surplus to requirements that are just on people's books.
Draxler, they'll probably offload Draxler as well.
Yeah, Draxler at Arsenal. Been at Arsenal target for how many years? Since I've been in sixth form, Draxler's been at Arsenal target.
Oh yeah, every season.
Every season I always had Draxler to Arsenal.
It's supposed to be the new Ozil, but that guy just got the replacement to Ozil, that guy just fell off.
I can't even make Euro squads.
My man, every summer Zaha.
Zaha to Arsenal, mate. I used to hear that every summer.
That's what you do is summer starting.
Zaha.
I think one summer Zaha basically was saying, "Yep, going Arsenal, fam." I knew it was never happening.
We got Pepper Green instead.
Yep. Pepe's better than Zaha, you know. It might be. Yeah, the thing is, Pepe's never had anyone that has confidence in him. So
why does he have confidence in himself? Why doesn't he have confidence?
Not everyone has confidence. Not every player
have
can work like
confidence
that.
in yourself.
You know that. You know that yourself. Not every player has got confidence.
I have confidence
You got
in myself.
like, hey, when you play football on a Saturday, Does everyone have confidence?
They should have confidence in themselves.
Does everyone have
They
confidence?
don't, but they should. At that level.
Sometimes you need to put that arm around the guy and tell him, you know what, it's gonna be okay. You know, some people need that.
And Ron Keane said, I didn't look for another manager to give me confidence.
That's his own fault. That's how Roy Keane.
I didn't look at another manager to give me confidence. I had confidence in myself.
But
I'm a
then
G.
he had the confidence that he instilled in the others.
I'm a G, and I look at manager for confidence. I think the quote was, I don't look for a manager for motivation. What? That's why Ron Keane's my guy. What? I look at manager for motivation. I motivate myself.
Okay, who helped? Is everyone like that?
They're not. Of course not.
So when people are in the dressing room and they give all in speeches, it's just for a
waste. Yeah, obviously at the low levels, when I coach my kids, some guys, they have it. They're confident, you know. The guys, the ballers, they're just confident. You know what I mean? They just know that I'm that guy. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Other guys, they're not maybe not as good. They have to put arm around them, but like, don't worry, catch the next one. Keep going. Tackle.
How about when you play basketball, yeah? And they like, you get the ball in the 3-point line. You feel confident to shoot all the time?
I'm not a shooter. I'm a pass. I'm
not
a play.
So that's confidence. Why don't you believe in yourself?
Yeah, but I'm not a good basketball.
Believe in yourself.
Basketball's not my sport.
Yeah, but you should have confidence. You don't look to another man to give you confidence to shoot.
Yeah, but I do.
That's very true.
We have to, what's it called?
Know yourself.
Marginalise your weakness and know yourself. If I know that they want me to take the free and I'm not good at it, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm going to get my guys set up, get them mismatches, get, for example, if you're my team, get you on a small pick and roll, get you to work in a box, get you to work in a post, feed you, clear out to the boys, go to the other side, clear out, give me space. I mean, let's go, baby. That's easy money.
But then, you know, confidence is a thing, you know, in football. The modern man is different. We're in a different society, you know.
To be honest, I think in sport it's probably like 70% confidence, you know. That makes them seem a lot of players. It's got, because when you think about elite football players, all of them are at a mad level already. The difference between a decent player and a great player is just how confident they are. Like when you're confident, you just do stuff that you're not supposed to. You have no business doing. But
that's Bruno.
Like when you think about it, as a athlete, you do this stuff day in, day out anyway. So you should be able to execute it, right? So just putting the ball in the back of the net or hearing that shot getting drained can just make something click. Do you know what I mean? It's like even when we're playing basketball, when you score one shot, you automatically just feel like, okay, cool, I'm here now. You just sometimes you just need that little push. Not everyone has that sort of natural confidence where they're like, oh.
You see it every season, like someone that's like their confidence is up, like they have it in them, but they never get, like, for example, Lingard this season. Lingard got the talent.
Yeah.
And when he finally had the confidence to go with the talent, look at him, he became a good player.
And you can see the way he was playing as well, like he was aggressive.
And you can't just say that just happened overnight. He's always had that. It's confidence that comes with it.
Confidence, ability to deal with pressure. Also as well, like you said, the man around him does count, because obviously when you're playing at the high levels United, you don't have as much leeway to make mistakes. Because you make mistakes, there's another guy that's as good as you. Even on the day, potentially better than that will take your place. At my time, he's taking your place.
You said the managers. You say manager.
That's what I said. We're point about managers around is important as well, because you need to have the room to make mistakes. Yeah. Obviously, at United, it's not really
if you can't make mistakes, and you won't, like, it's important that, like, just in life, making mistakes, it helps your growth. You know, you never get that far if you don't make mistakes. In all sports, like, if you miss that chance, next time you decide I'm gonna be better, I know what to do not to miss that chance. Or when you miss that free throw as Giannis does, or when you get knocked out because you made a poor move, like, next time you learn from your mistakes. You learn more from your mistakes. You learn more from your losses.
And also confidence can come from actually the team that you're in as well.
Yep.
So like even from first-hand experience, like even though I'm not like a top athlete, even from playing at a base level, depending on what team you play on, depends on how you play. Like if you play on a team that, you know, there are players that are not as good as you,
that are bozos,
you automatically feel like I've got to put this team on my back. So you're automatically just trying to do better. Do you know what I mean? So it can be the same for footballers. Like they might feel as though there's certain players they have to feed when they get the ball. Do you know what I mean? So when that player's gone, all of a sudden they play better because they're not thinking, oh, I've got to pass to Bruno, I've got to do this. I'm just trying to do my own thing. Do you know what I mean?
As someone said, the curse of the gifted. You know, sometimes when they got a LeBron or Messi or Ronaldo on your team, put a lot of pressure on you to make them look good.
Exactly.
And then
Ronaldo doesn't fall into that category.
Oh, he's not gifted. Okay. Well, obviously Messi doesn't fall in
Wait,
that category.
wait, Ronaldo's not gifted. He said that.
He is, but it doesn't fall into
Not
that
as gifted
category.
as Messi.
It doesn't fall into the category of the curse gift of Messi and LeBron.
LeBron, they're so gifted.
Then
Obviously.
I would say Ronaldo's so gifted as well. Though.
He is, but the way those guys play, they do so much on the field. As in, like, for example, that they're the best passer, the
The
best
multifaceted.
defender. LeBron's case, they control the game, they're the best scorer, blah blah blah.
But wasn't that peak Ronaldo though? United Ronaldo,
was-
early Real Madrid.
He wasn't the main playmaker.
He wasn't the best
For example,
passer.
if he was a playmaker, then fair enough. But there's other guys in the team like Scholes and maybe Rooney at the time. That
I don't think Ronaldo's ever been a
he
playmaker.
hasn't. I mean, he's got good assist numbers, but never been a playmaker.
Because he just hams it off when.
But if you're a playmaker, then yeah, you're taking away from like midfielders that actually do that job. So it becomes a bit more difficult, Messi to navigate. But obviously, Ronaldo mainly has been a final third player.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah,
Good to end on a note of talking about the greatest player of all time. Got Messi.
yeah he has an argument. A great argument.
You change your tone.
I said it after the Copa America.
Oh, yeah,
I can
yeah,
entertain
yeah.
that argument.
I'll,
It's not as heinous as it once was.
Hey, I'm getting a guy on this pod to call you soon about that because he's not been letting you up on this because
You
you were
can
getting
call
on my guy.
You can call me, but I said he wins the international trophy. I'll be able to entertain those shouts. Now those shouts are not egregious anymore. Before they were just ridiculous. But now they're not ridiculous anymore. He's actually won.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Pele guy for life.
Pele, awful.
But now the Messi can overtake it. He's got a tiny bit more work to do.
When we win that World Cup.
Look, you don't need to win a World Cup.
Oh, well, we do need to win the World Cup.
You don't need to win a
We
World Cup.
definitely
I'm
need
on
to
to
win
win
the
a
World
World
Cup.
Cup.
So, whatever. How about if Mbappe starts winning Champions League? Does he have a shout to be the greatest?
Well, yeah, but Mbappe, the way he started his career, he has a shout to become the greatest all the time. Yes, you have to do the certain, many things, but he doesn't have a shout.
So Mbappe is the only player right now that has a shout.
What? Young players?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Haaland plays for Norway. But if he was to get his team to like a final, like a Euros, and I'll take that because obviously Norway not as good as all these other teams.
They got guys. They got Odegaard. No, they ain't got no guys. They got someone.
We'll see what they do, but I would. That's example. When people talk about international sides, if you play for a poor international team, I won't be like, oh, you have to win an international trophy because it's unrealistic. You can't pick your
Country
companions because your companions from your nation. So, like I said, I got to Mexico because they had a team good enough to win a Copa America, especially the
Only this year.
No, especially when Brazil were.
Oh no, yeah.
Brazil was bad.
When Higuain, as I said, the day we lost Higuain is the day we became a better team. The day Higuain's not there, the year we win.
The reason you guys won that final is because
Don't say no excuses.
It's because
Hey,
Tite
greatness.
decided to play
Greatness.
instead of
Hey,
Alexandro.
thank you for listening to episode 45 of the TNG
Make sure you
podcast.
like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Listen to us audibly on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Young boys team just trying to make it.
It was great to have you on the pod, Stephen, man.
Steve,
Hope to have you
shout out
back.
the boys,
Pleasure,
Steve,
man.
Steve.
It's an honour. It's an honour.
Definitely have you on again, my guy.
Let's go.
God.
To end up before you said something dumb.